Stonehenge Drawing Papers by Legion Papers. Just how good is the quality of this American-made paper? Stonehenge papers have been made since 1973 by Legion Papers, who started out as a printmaking paper company. But I was gifted recently these 4 different pads of Stonehenge papers. I've got the Stonehenge White, the Stonehenge Warm White, the Stonehenge Colored Papers, which has Warm White, Natural, Cream, Fawn, Pearl Gray. And then there's Stonehenge Craft Paper. And the craft paper is an earth tone, leafy brown paper. This paper is perfect for printmaking, it says, drawing, or experimentation. The colored papers are good for any kind of drawing, along with the warm and the white. And all 4 pads are a 9 by 12 inch or 22 by 86 centimeters by 30.48 centimeters size pads. The Stonehenge White is about $21.74 on Amazon. I found it for these 15 sheets. The pad of colored paper on Amazon is $23.02, and the warm white is $21.67. And then the craft paper is $26.73. And those are all American US dollars. I'm not sure what the price would be for any of the European countries or Asia or down in Africa or South America. I could not find the amount for that. So you'll have to check your local suppliers. But today we're going to get into seeing just what kind of mediums this Stonehenge White will take. Now, it's a 250 GSM paper. It's made with cotton, 100% cotton rag, which means it's from the leftover remnants of fabric pieces. They get their cotton rag from leftover remnants, and then they make it into this very high quality, acid free and archival quality paper. It's been said that the Stonehenge White paper is really good for colored pencils, but you can use it for graphite drawings, charcoal, printing, oil pastels and dry pastels, and then for line and wash ink. It does not hold a lot of water, but it does hold a little bit of water if you want to do line and wash and use these for urban sketching. This is a professional, student grade, and professional quality paper. So today I'm going to be using my Winsor & Newton colored pencils, my Winsor & Newton drawing pencils in a 2B, a 6B, and an 8B. And then I'm going to use my medium and hard charcoal pencil, my sepia pencil, and my white charcoal pencil. I'm going to use maybe the Sharpie and the ballpoint pen to see how those work. And then we'll put a little bit of watercolor on here from my Mary Blue Etcher Mini Palette and my silver black velvet brush. So let me get these moved aside and we'll test out this paper. It says on here, the studio workhorse provides a supple surface that's agreeable to a myriad of creative disciplines. Originally created for printmakers, this cotton paper soon spread across all drawing techniques, especially colored pencils. So this is mainly a colored pencil, the #1 colored pencil paper. And I don't know if you can see that texture, but it's a really it's smooth a little bit, but it's not like a hot press smooth. You can see, I don't know if you can see the texture on that, and it's a really thick medium paper. So let's just take some of these pencils and we'll just run them across. Can't see my yellow too well. But you're supposed to be able to lay down a good amount of color, and it'll take a lot of layers. Let me just, you can see that texture on there. I'm liking how these pencils are laying down on it. With that is not even a lot of pressure. If I put a lot of pressure on it, it takes the pencil and it is not even denting the paper when I press hard on it. So that is nice to know. Let me do my other colors and we'll just continue with these colors and see how they show up on the paper. I did my orange already. Let's go with this violet color. And my purple. That one a little bit harder. And the burnt sienna. And then my black. All right, now I'm going to take and use my burnishing stump here to run across these pencils. I probably should have went from light to dark, but we're testing it. All right. And let's take my little mono pencil eraser and see if we can erase any of this. It'll erase some of it. The paper is holding up to my scrubbing on it. Settle down, Boone. All right, let's try this ballpoint pen on it. The ballpoint pen does nicely. And that just rolls right across it. I mean, I am not even pressing hard on that. And that is just taking that pen really nicely. How about my multi-8 pencil? How well does that work across it? Yeah, see, I'm not even putting any effort on that. That is working nice. All right. Let's try some number 2B. Ooh, that lays down nice. That lays down lovely. Nice and smooth. You can see that texture, and then when I press down hard on it with this one, again, there is no indentation on the back of that. And the texture on the back looks the same as the front. So that is working nice. This is a really nice paper. I am liking this. All right, this is our 6B pencil. And the 8B pencil. Now, if I press even harder on that, it lays down nice and smooth. That is just really nice. You can see how smooth that lays down. All right, let's try the eraser on the pencils. Let me clean my eraser from that colored pencil first. All right, it's got a clean edge. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. That is erasing it. That is erasing nicely, and that is not destroying or tearing up my paper at all. That is not tearing up the paper at all. Let's see if we can put that back on there. Put some color back on there. Well, let me hold my pencil right. Let me see what that does. The 6B. The 8B. That just lays it nice back down nicely. Let me let you look at that so you can see the difference back again. That just really is nice. All right, let's try my charcoal. I cannot find my light charcoal pencil, but here's my medium charcoal pencil. Oh, that I can feel it grip in the paper a lot harder, but I'm not putting a lot of pressure down on it. But it grabs that it really grabs and grips that charcoal. Here's the hard charcoal. The sepia pencil. Yeah, these pencils, they're gripping really nice on this paper. And let me see if I can do the white charcoal across there. That grips really nice too. That grips the paper just nicely. Let's try the blending stump on the charcoal pencils. Yeah, that really blends nice. Ooh, this is going to be nice to work with. Now I'm assuming that the warm white and the colored papers are going to be just the same. The only difference with those would be like the colors, because they're all the same GSM. They're also made out of the same cotton rag, and they're all cold press. Those are blending nice. Now normally I would clean my tip, but I'm just testing this. I just want to test this out real quick. All right, and erasing. That really erases nicely. And I can smooth it out even more with the paper towel. That works wonderfully. All right, let me take my pencil. This is my Kuru Toga 0.5 Uni Kura Toga pencil, mechanical pencil with that little motor in it. And let me just draw us a little picture here. I'm going to take and draw us a little fall autumn pumpkin. Since we are in autumn now. And I don't got my pumpkin like I want, which is all right because we can try erasing again. And then we can try our watercolors with this and see how that works. And I think this next few weeks and months, I am going to try and do a little bit more basic drawing and colored pencils instead of doing a lot more of the watercolor for a bit and change it up a little bit. Right now I'm doing Inktober and I'm working on some birds, so I'm hoping to have, when Inktober is done, I hope to have another sketchbook to show you guys. And let's get us some curlicues out and some leaves. All right. Let's try this eraser again. That just really erases easy. It's very forgiving with the mistakes I'm seeing. Let's try some of this. I don't have my water bowl with me. Let me get my water bowl set up here real quick. I should have had that more prepared. Apologize for reaching over you guys. This view. All right, let's put some yellow down. Ooh, I just barely touched that, and that picked up a lot of color. Wow. All right. I forgot how much paint I was picking up. Oh, that lays down nicely. You can see it sits on the top of the paper a little bit. It's not meant to be a watercolor paper, but it will take the water medium if you want to do a line and wash. So it will do that. This is going to be a nice quality professional paper for me to try out and to take my drawing up another level. Now, you guys who have been with the channel for a while know that I started out with my painting and artistic endeavor as doing bird paintings as a hobby and that. So I'm used to drawing birds and just quick sketches. Oh, that'll take layers. It'll take a layer of paint with it. I'm just dabbing into my reds and my yellows, just playing. We're not doing a masterpiece. I just want to test out this paper and see what it's capable of doing. What can I do and can't do with it. So that will take some paint. Here, let me pull that up where you guys can see how that is. Well, if I can get the bottom here, how that is looking. I mean, if the paint is on the top, it's not absorbing into it, but it will take a little bit of wet medium. So that's nice to know if you want to take this to sketch with and do mostly sketches with it. So we'll have to play with this some more. And let's see how that'll do. Oh, that takes lots of nice layers. I like it. I like how this is working. This is going to be nice to take and not have to worry about which medium I need. If I need to just grab a pad real quick to go outside and play, or if I'm traveling. Oh, that is nice. And the paper's still a little wet right there. But this is really responding better than I thought it would with the water. And yes, your paper's buckling, but that's what I'm saying. This is not meant to be used as a watercolor paper. It's meant for drawing, which we're noticing. And the drawing mediums, it is doing really nice with. Now, as for the printing, I don't do printing much, so I can't really attest to how this would work for print making. But for pencil drawing and charcoal drawing and colored pencil drawing, I am really liking how this is working. And even for line and wash, there's a little bit of a buckle in there, but I'm pretty pleased with this paper. This is a really nice paper, and it doesn't show through the back. I mean, the paper is warped and it'll probably dry flat, but it will do wonders for a student just starting out and wanting to try a bunch of different mediums. And for 15 sheets, each of these papers is running about $20 to $26 per pad, depending on which one of these papers you want to get. I will eventually use the colored papers and show you those, and I may try and do something with this craft paper, especially since it says experimentation on it. And that. But I hope this has given you some idea of how this paper works for drawing and charcoal and oil pastels. We can try that sometime soon. I don't have any oil pastels, so I didn't use oil pastels or the dry pastels. But if you have any questions or comments, please put those in the comment section below. Let me know if you've used any of these kind of papers and what your experience has been with this. And if I didn't introduce myself, if you're new here to the channel, I'm CB Mac, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next time. Goodbye for now.